I found the good luck charm for Gonzaga. She's been sitting in the same seat the whole entire tourney. This is Rosemary, and Batman is actually my favorite superhero, so I figured when I saw this mask, I was like, I had to buy it. Significant progress on this fire overnight. We've learned just in the last half hour that containment is now up to 80%. It's basically paid administrative leave. Now, earlier this afternoon, WSP released the name of that trooper that was involved in the shooting. He is Nate Dawson. There's a lot of confined spaces, which makes it difficult for firefighters to fight this fire. There are actually a couple firefighters that are on the roof that are probably trying to vent that roof. Hours before the Giants took on the Redskins, there was a much smaller football game in Wapato. What's at stake? Bragging rights over Highway 97. Security apps are not the only popular ones in the App Store. Workout apps could help you lead a healthier lifestyle, but do they get results?
We're following breaking news right now out of Yakima. Fruitvale Boulevard is shut down right now because of a fire in a building near the road. Veronica
Padilla is at the scene in Yakima now. Hi, Veronica. What do we know so far?
Hey, Tracy. Very little officially, because we haven't actually had a chance to talk to anyone from Yakima Fire because they're trying to still put this fire out. But Fruitvale Boulevard is shut down at 16th Avenue and then about a half mile west as well. Now, let me go ahead and step out of the way so I can show you a little bit of what the scene looks like here. This is the house here, and I believe it might be abandoned just because the front of the house does have boarded up windows in the front and along the side. And right now there are actually a couple firefighters that are on the roof that are probably trying to vent that roof because the fire that I saw when I came to scene here was actually in the attic. And behind them, I don't know if you can see because it's so dark here right now, there's actually some smoke that is coming on the back side of that house there. And so one of the main reasons that they've got Fruitvale Boulevard shut down is because the hydrant that they're actually bringing the water in is actually across the street here. It's a little bit further down from on my side of the street over here. So that's why they've shut down the road, because the hose is actually across the street here. Pacific Power has also been out here, and I'm assuming that's just because the house is near a couple power poles. But as of now, no indication if anybody was hurt, if anybody was in the house at the time, but I will be staying on scene, and if I learn any more, I will give that to you. For now, Veronica Padilla, NBC Right Now. This is a daily sight for court security officers at the William O. Douglas Federal Building. Sharon walking her dog McDuff around the block so he can do his business.
And he knows he comes by here, he climbs up the stairs and he waits for someone to come out. Okay, hurry up, get the treat.
Over the years, officers have really gotten to know Sharon, her husband Bill, and McDuff. So they decided to do something nice. Get some money together to buy them a gift certificate for a restaurant. But then they found out Sharon and Bill are going through a rough time. Their rent just went up, and they live on a fixed income. So the group decided to help.
And I've got all these friends I never realized until just now. But
it's a wonderful thing.
One officer reached out to his church to see what they could do, and they came back with a couple boxes and bags full of food.
I just feel blessed. I know that God has been watching out for us, and this is His way of helping us.
Everybody ought to do that, is help somebody out. It's a great feeling.
But that's not all. Remember the cash the officers were going to use to buy a gift certificate? Well, Sharon is about to find out what they did with it as she opens the Christmas card they gave to her.
Right now they jacked up her rent up again.
Oh, wow.
Well, then hopefully this will be able to give you a bit of a hand.
Yeah, it'll be a big help.
Thank you. Oh, this is awesome.
Merry Christmas.
I love you guys, all of you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Sharon.
And everyone's signed, Bill.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, son.
And a lot of the guys were just as emotional when Sharon opened that envelope. So it just goes to show that any act of kindness, big or small, will always feel larger than life to those who receive it. Veronica Padilla, NBC Right Now. Hours before the Giants took on the Redskins, there was a much smaller football game in Wapato. What's at stake? Bragging rights over Highway 97.
These guys wait all year to hit each other, and to be honest, this is where, you let loose.
Wapato and Toppenish, Two small Yakima Valley towns known for guns, gangs, and violence. But football is bringing them together.
What we're trying to do is get all of the guys from the lower valley down, Toppenish and Wapato, and create a positive impact.
That's how the Toppenish-Wapato Alumni Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl was born. A tradition going back at least 15 years, keeping the rivalry alive long after graduation.
We regulate it so once you're down, and we're not hurting each other or falling on each other, and we watch each other's back.
The game is full contact. Gritty and intense.
Kids in high school come out and play. 40-year-olds come and play. I mean, it gives us that high school football, that adrenaline rush, makes us feel young again.
And after nearly 2 hours, Toppenish beats Wapato 7-0. But the final score isn't what matters, because every year, both of these towns come out winners on Thanksgiving.
We're here to have a great time. We're here to bring communities together and just have fun.
Lower Valley on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower Valley!
Veronica Padilla, NBC Right Now.
Kids and their parents are in a candy hangover from Halloween last night. We felt it's the perfect time for a spooky story, and this is a good one.
Yeah, Veronica Padilla has one about a haunting at one of the most recognizable buildings in Yakima.
The Whaley House in San Diego, California, Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. Just a few of the most haunted places in the U.S., but there's also a ghost story in the heart of downtown Yakima.
The Capitol Theater has Shorty. Shorty McCall was a technician at the Capitol Theater, and this is in the earlier days of the Capitol Theater.
Shorty worked here during the 30s or 40s, when the job was much more labor-intensive, and as the story goes, had an ill-fated love affair.
Whether he was jilted or was his love was never accepted, in one way or another, he decided that the end was nigh, and he hung himself in the theater.
And since his death, Shorty has never left the theater. His ghost, seen by ushers and visiting technicians. Then there's Shorty's door.
In the former organ loft, the door that was up there was regularly open after it had been closed, and closed after it had been opened.
Is there indisputable proof that a man named Shorty is haunting the Capitol Theater? No, but that does not make skeptics out of the people who work in the 97-year-old building.
If someone faithfully believes they have encountered Shorty, who am I to argue with their experience? More power to them. More power to you, Shorty.
Now, if you're interested in doing a little ghost hunting, maybe seeing if you bump into Shorty yourself, the Capitol Theater always offers tours and employees that are willing to share their Shorty ghost stories. All you have to do is call the box office at 853-2787. Veronica Padilla, NBC Right Now.